Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Guys, in today's video we are going to see how to fill financial forms in Infosys. Like if you have been through the procedure of onboarding, you might also have been asked that you need to fill the financial forms in Infosys Launchpad portal and you have to submit them. And I know like it can be sometimes confusing as we don't know exactly where to find these forms first of all, and even if we find out, we don't know how to complete the procedures and how to upload it and all. So we are going to cover it in detail in this video, in exactly what details we need to fill in and where you can find out these details, where you need to upload these documents either in Infosys Launchpad portal or in some other place. You have to mail it to someone or something. So before starting the video, if you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel because I regularly bring these kinds of helpful videos for all of you. Also, if you are currently going through the process of onboarding at Infosys, let me know your experience and queries in the comment section. And if you want a dedicated video on any other topic, let me know in the comment section that too. I'm also planning to create a video on complete onboarding process in Infosys, which is going to help us a lot on going forward. So let's start with today's topic. First of all, let's see where exactly do we find these financial forms. So if you will go to your Infosys Launchpad portal, so there you will find different, these kinds of icons. There you will find a doc icon. Make sure you go there, and when you click on that icon, you will find the financial form section. Here it is mentioned that the below documents are important from compliance standpoint, hence please follow the below instructions carefully while filling them up. Okay, now I'll tell you what is the concept. Once you fill these forms and submit it, the data that you fill in these forms will be reflected in your profile when you join the company, or if you have already joined the company, this data will reflect there. So you have to make sure that you are filling the details correctly. Now first thing is how you will get these forms for filling. So you will see two options here, two download buttons here. When you will click on these download buttons, some files will get downloaded. Okay, so once you will click on this first icon, like 5 to 6 files or Word documents will get downloaded. And when you click on the second document which says sample financial forms, you will get a one zip folder where different forms are mentioned. So by looking at those sample forms, you can fill in your actual forms, which will get downloaded by clicking on the first download button. So this is what about financial forms. And now let us see how we will fill them, and then we will come on how we will submit it. So let's now go to our forms. So let's start with the first form. So currently, there you might see that there is a difference between one or two forms in your case, and in my case, the forms which I am showing, it is because I am showing you the forms which is related to experienced candidates. So it is just one or two PF related documents which is going to be differ. Rest all the documents are all exactly same. So make sure to watch the video till complete end. So let's now start first form, which is form F. So in form F, you have to first of all, this is the mandatory information. You have to fill your employee name, means like your name which is mentioned in Aadhaar card or any other government proof. You have to mention that. Next is you have to it is clearly mentioned here, leave this as blank. So you have to leave it as blank. You don't have to fill anything here. Now there are two there is a nominee details section. You can mention your nominee details, and you might have also noticed that in Launchpad also you might see a section where you have to mention the nominee details. If you have mentioned that over there, it will directly reflect here, but in some cases we have seen that even after filling the details there, those details does not end up showing here. So in that case, what you can do, you can manually fill also. So like for example, if you want to select two nominees like your parents, so one your father and your mother name, you have to fill here, and then your relationship like father, mother, whatever, and then your age of the nominee, what's the age of the particular nominee whom you have nominated, and then proportion by which the gratuity will be shared. So like you can select, if you are selecting two people, you have to select 50-50%. If you're selecting four people, you can select 20-25%. In this way, you have to make sure that your total is 100%. And if you are writing only 1% as a nominee, you can mention 100%. So this is what about nominee details you have to fill in here. Now in a statement, you have to fill few details like your name. Again, name should match with your ID proof, and then your gender, your religion. It's not mandatory, but you can mention it, and whether you are like married, unmarried, or whatever. And then department, branch. So it is again mentioned, leave these two things as blank, so don't fill anything here. And date of appointment is your joining date, and your address is like your permanent address and all. So make sure to fill that. And like here in this place section you have to mention your joining location. Okay, what is your joining location, not your residential place. So, and yeah, here you can mention today's date, and here you have to scan, like what you have to do, you have to put your signature. So how you will put your signature? First of all, you will do your signature on a white paper, and then you will scan it, take an image, and then that image should be inserted here. That is the procedure you have to follow. And then these are details. Declaration by witness. So here again you have to mention the same nominee details. So signature is not mandatory. Instead of signature you can even just write the name also, which is fine. And if you don't do anything, that is also fine. And this next section needs to be filled by employee. Okay, not like employer, not to be filled by employee. It is clearly written, so you don't have to fill anything in this section. Okay, so you just have to fill the about 2 sections only. So I hope now you have got the understanding how you have to fill form F and what are the details you have to fill. Next is we have the document which is nomination and declaration form. Okay, before that, yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, employee number is a mandatory field that you have to fill at the top of every document. So make sure to fill that. Okay, and once your form is completed, make sure to convert it into PDF form, because you don't have to submit the Word format. All the documents needs to be submitted in PDF format. So let's see this document now. So in this document again, employee number is a mandatory field. So make sure to fill that. Okay, next up form that we have is form 1, which is nomination and declaration form. So in this form again, the first step is you have to fill your employee number. And guys, just in case if you are not aware or if someone is not aware where to find their employee number, if your joining has happened after first day, you can see your employee number in the launchpad itself. See here, you can find out your employee number, and here it will be mentioned. So make sure you can check it, check the employee number from there and then fill it. So okay, now let's see what are the other details that we have to fill in. Again, first name of the person in block letters. Make sure wherever possible, make sure to fill your name in block letters as in capital letters. Next is your father or husband name, anything. Then next is your date of birth, your gender, your marital status, again permanent and present address. In most cases, if your permanent and present address is same, make sure to fill that only. Again, the next section is about nominee details. So here also you can mention the same. If you have 2 nominees, make sure to fill their names, their address, and your relationship with the nominees, their date of birth, and how much amount you want, like what percentage you want to mention. So like 50% again if you have two, and this one you can leave it as blank. Okay, next is, okay, yeah, here it is mentioned strike out whichever is not applicable. So in most cases you can strike out this one, which is like first one. Okay, certified that I have no family and I should acquire a family hereafter, that the above nomination shall be deemed as cancelled. But again, it should be applicable how according to your case. So whatever is fine, make sure to keep that and strike the other one out. Okay, next section is like this place you have to again upload the signature in the same way, your scanned image of the signature you have to put it here. Now this is certificate by employer, so again you don't need to fill in these details. This is the details which needs to be filled in by the employer. So in form 1, which is nomination and declaration form, these are the details that you need to fill in. Okay, so let's move forward. And this form is also called as payment of wages, as you can see. So payment of wages nomination form is the name of this document. Next document that we have is personal accidental form. Let's see the details. So details for personal accident insurance policy. Again, first is name, your father's name, your employee number, your date of joining, and again date of joining is mentioned as per offer letter, but for many of you I know that the date of joining might be extended, so make sure that you put the actual date of joining here. So yeah, next is your designation. So whatever your designation is, if your designation is like anything, if you have joined as a JL6, job level 6 or job level 5, 4, whatever, you might get the designation once you join, like senior consultant, delivery manager, project manager, senior associate consultant. So whatever your role or designation is, you have to mention that and you can also check that designation from your offer letter. Next, you have to fill in your date of birth, your present address and phone number, and your permanent address and phone number. Next, again the section is about name of the nominee, relationship with the employee. So make sure to fill all these details, like name and relationship, and then again the same percentage. And next is name and address of the person to be contacted in case of emergency. Again, so you can mention, like, in this section you can mention it like the name first of all, then contact, and then relationship or something, and then place and date you can fill in here, and then signature of the employee. Signature you have to fill it in the same way like I have mentioned. Next section is about form 2, which is PF nomination form. So let's start. First detail as always is going to be your employee number. Next is and this is nomination and declaration form. So first is your like name in block letters. You have to fill your father's or husband name, your date of birth, your gender, marital status, and then your account number, or this is like your PF number. So it would be mentioned here that you have to leave this blank, so don't fill anything. It will be automatically like it would be, if needed, it would be have been like there will be a line that what you need to fill in there. Next is your address. You have to mention your address, permanent and temporary, whatever address you have to mention. Next is your again nominee details. You have to fill all those same things here, okay, in this section. Next is your, in this place you have to fill in your signature, and these next details is again same, like you have to fill in the nominee details, and then make sure that you sign it here. And then last section is about certificate by employer, so again leave this as blank. Moving on to the next document, which is superannuation nomination document. So let's see what are the details. First detail that you have to fill in is the employee number over here, or employee ID. Next is the same details of nominees here and here. And next you have to mention your sign, your place and date of filling this form, and place of joining you have to mention. Make sure that you do that. And then this section has to be filled in by employer, so you can leave that as blank. Next up we have a lateral PF membership detail form. So as I mentioned, if you are joining like as a fresher, maybe this document might not be applicable to you, but for all the ones who are joining as a lateral joinee or an experienced joinee, for them this holds valid. So make sure that you fill this form. Employee number is the first detail that you need to fill, and name of the member. So make sure wherever you are filling the names, make sure to fill it as per your Aadhaar card or your government ID proofs. Next is your father's name or spouse name. Next is date of birth, gender, marital status, and then you have to mention your personal email ID. Then you have to mention your mobile number. Make sure you fill it with Aadhaar registers. In many of our cases, the mobile number registered with Aadhaar is not the ones that we are using, so make sure you fill that number only, because it is important, because the data is going to be like registered in EPFO portal. That is important. Next is yeah, so see this one, whether earlier member of the employees provident scheme 1952. If you had PF deductions earlier in your previous company and you have EUN number, make sure to select as yes. And if you're not sure what to like fill in this one, just straight away mark it as no. And in this, if you have marked as yes in 7th point, make sure you provide your old UIN number. Now how you will provide how you can provide your old UIN number? You have to check your last company salary slip, there it will be mentioned. And your old PF number also you can find it out in the previous documents. If not, you can also go to the EPFO portal and check it out there. There also you will find your PF number of your last organization. Next is your date of exit from previous employment, which is your last working date from the last organization. And these next two things you have to leave it as empty. And international worker, mostly you have to fill it as no if you are working from India. Okay, next is your passport number and validity of passport is not mandatory, so make sure to leave it as like, feel free to leave it as empty. And next is your bank account and IFSC code. Obviously you have to fill this in, and your Aadhaar number, your permanent account number if you have it. And yeah, that's all I think. Let's see if we have any more details. Yeah, signature and date and place you have to mention, and certificate by employer. So again, this section needs to be filled by the employer and not by you. So, and make sure to do the signature also. And here in one place it was mentioned that must enclose a scan copy of the following documents. So like, make sure that while uploading the details, give a scanned copy of your Aadhaar card or something, so that the details are verifiable. So I think these all are the documents which are part of a financial forms section. Once you have filled all these documents and once your documents are ready, make sure to convert all these Word documents into PDF format. Once all of these are converted, what you have to do is you have to put them in a folder. You have to zip that folder, okay, and then again you have to go to the launchpad, and here you will find out a plus button to upload that folder. So make sure to click on this button and upload the zip folder, and then you will find out this kind of section where it will say that attach finance forms, and your file name will be, your folder name will be mentioned here. You just have to click on proceed, like submit and proceed. So I hope you now have understood how to fill these forms. If you have any doubts related to any onboarding queries or anything, if you have recently joined the organization and if you have any general query, let me know in the comment section. I can guide you through it. And if you want me to make a video on any specific topic, let me know that too. I will bring a video soon. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video.